Hi guys, how you guys doing? Hope you guys are good. So, if this is your first time of seeing this coming across this YouTube channel, please try to subscribe. Click on the notification bell to get notified whenever a new video is being posted, okay? So today we'll be cutting this net skirt you're seeing right now on your screen, on your phone screen. So we start by folding our material into four because we are cutting the front and the back piece together. So you'll be folding your material just the way you see me doing. You fold the first one into two just like this. Then you fold it again like this, leaving 2 inches allowance at the back for the zip. So the next thing you'll be doing is to insert your full length. I minused 2 because I'll be adding it up uh with my waist band. Then this is my full length of the skirt. The skirt is going to be short. Then putting my waist I'm inserting my waist measurement divided into 4 plus 2 inches sewing allowance. You can make it 2.5, you can make it 3 depending on how you want it. So I just put down my hip measurement where my hip line will start, then divided by 4 with 2 inches sewing allowance as well. That down point you can go in by 3 or 2 inches depending on how tight you want it to be, how penciled you want it to be at the down part. So I'll just have to cut it after inserting my measurement. This is basically how to cut a normal skirt without net. This is how to cut it. It's as simple as this. So what I remember to do, because the actual measurement for this skirt is 18. Then I added 2 inches down at the down part because I'll be turning it up with my lining. So I have to notch that point so that when I'll be using my lining to turn it up, I will know the exact place I created space for it. So I had to insert my dart allowance, which is your bust measurement divided by 2. You insert your dart allowance and then notch it as well, the front and the back. So after that, you cut your lining just as you've cut your skirt, but the lining won't be at the exact point of the skirt. So this is the net part. You just place your net like this, just like in A form. Then your waist part now, you just divide it into 2 because it's going to be flare. The net is a flare. You'll be cutting it in a flare pattern. So you divide your waist into 2, insert your measurement down there and cut it off. Then the next thing is for you to place your tape at the tip of the net, the beginning part of the net, and go down by 23 inches where you want your gather to start and where the length of the net will stop before the gather. So you come down by 23 inches. If you want, you can make it less or more. So we'll be having 2 flay for this. I'll be cutting the first part. I used 12 inches for it, I think. Then this is the first part. Remember, the down part, the last part of the flay is usually longer than the first part of the flay. So I'll be cutting 3 pieces of this last part of the flay. I'll be using 3 pieces of it. So it will be longer than the first one. For making a skirt that has nets, you can make use of 5 yards of net or 6 yards, depends on how full you want it to be. You can also make use of 4 yards of net. It all depends on how full you want your net to be. So this is the part I was trying to explain. While cutting your lining, you won't make it equal with the skirt because you're turning your skirt. The material is going up inside of you won't get to see the lining. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. So you just bring your net down to this to the tip of the skirt. After sewing it like this, you open it up and do your top stitching on the lining. Always remember to top stitch on the lining, not on the material. So after top stitching, I'll show you how to bring it up to the actual part, the actual point. So the notched place where I notched for my where my lining will stop, I brought it up to this point, and I'll just have to sew it down. Hold on. So you bring it at that tip, at the notched part, and sew it up to the uh, skirt point, to the beginning, to the waist part of the skirt. So after that, after sewing both the front and the back, you insert your dart measurement and give it a nice press. So this is the finished work in the skirt, the front part and the back part of the skirt. So the next thing I'll be doing is to attach my net, is to sew my net. I'll be inserting my first layer, the first flare, and then the second flare. So I'll be pleating it on the top of the first part, on the skirt, on the net part of the skirt. This is the first flare. I'll be plating it, printing it on top of the net skirt, just like this. After doing this part, I'll also do it like this at the second. I'll also plait it like this at the second, using the second part of the flare. So this is the finished work. So the next thing I'll be doing now is to join my skirt. I'll insert my waist measurement and the hip measurement and sew it straight down. Waist measurement, all the measurements now are divided into two, not four anymore. So after sewing it down, inserting your measurement, you bring out your waist. Your waistband. This is the waistband. So this is the skirt. We are almost done. After inserting your waistband, you go ahead to insert your zip. Okay, you close it at the inner part of the skirt, just like this, just the way you see me doing it. You close it up, insert your zip, and voila, you're good to go. It's very, very easy to make. Like, if you should pay close attention to it. So you come down by 7 inches. So the allowance, the 2 inches allowance you gave at the back of the skirt, you just sew it. leave a space for the zip, which is that 7 inches you came down with, and insert your zip just the way you see me doing. And this is the finished part of the skirt. I'm done with my zip. I've closed the down part everywhere that needed to be closed, and that's it. So if you find this video very helpful, please subscribe. It won't cost you anything to subscribe. Click on the notification bell to get notified whenever I post any new video. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye.